Hey guys, so check this out. The video today, it's gonna be a how-to. It's gonna be kind of a how-to. It's gonna be kind of a rant. I don't know. I'm not really upset about this thing, but it's just annoying. So this Dometic 300 toilet that we have right there. If you're familiar with them, they got a situation. It's like it's not a recall on it, or anything like that, but they got a situation. Stick around, we'll talk about it. So these Dometic 300s, they got a situation. Like, they didn't do a recall on it from what I could find. So it's an internal leak where, okay, so the problem is this. It was on our little trip, and then all of a sudden I started smelling black tank odor. And I was like, what the freak? I don't understand this. What's going on? Had never smelled it before. We always take care of our tanks. We follow some of the smartest RVers out there, and we do a lot of research, so we know what's going on. So in my other research, I found out about this problem with this Dometic 300 tank. The problem is that it leaks internally. So your bodily fluids, let's say, instead of going down into the tank, they get past these seals that I'm gonna show you when I pull this thing apart, and they leak into the bowl, the inner bowl or the outer bowl of the toilet, and they sit there, and it stinks. And you like, what the freak? You dumping your tanks? I mean, I don't think, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think my black tank has ever been as clean as it is right now. Watch this, we're about to hit my button. Check this out. Black tank. Ain't nothing in there. The sensor's good. Everything's good. We came all the way back from Byrd, South Carolina, and I never do this. I came all the way back with no water in my tanks because I was about to work on this toilet. We normally travel with water in the tanks to keep everything moist, and then, you know, put a little dish detergent in there or some other things that we use, and it sloshes around when you're driving it and keeps everything moist in there. So this time we bought it back dry, well, as dry as we can get it, because I'm about to take this toilet out. It's just annoying, just this stench. I flushed this thing about 20 times, so I know it can't be the tank. The tank, I mean, we flushed this thing till it ran clear water coming out of the tank. And you still getting the smell. But what the smell is the doggone urine and feces and whatever collecting inside the inside the toilet. And that's the odor that you're getting, because you can't get that out of there without tearing the whole toilet out and tearing it apart and doing it. But I got a fix for that ass, and that's what we're gonna do today. So if you're into that, and you came to this video for that, let's check it out. All right, guys, let's talk about what we're gonna need for this job. Okay, so we got some waterproof caulk right there. We're gonna need that. Got a cross tip, flat tip screwdriver there. I got my long needle nose pliers. I got my 3/8 inch drive ratchet. I got a couple 3/8 drive extensions. I got a 7/16 wrench with the ratcheting end on the other end. And I got some vice grips. A couple towels, some gloves. Oh yeah, don't forget about the gloves. You'll need the gloves for this daddy. But I'm gonna be honest with you, these are my own fluids and my family fluids that we're gonna be dealing with. So I might be switching back and forth. So don't beat me up too bad, but I'm telling you right now to get your gloves out here. We do got some little disinfectant wipes over here too. We got them ready. So this is what I'm gonna use. You may need something else, so go with something else, and that's okay. All right, so I cheated a little bit. So I popped off my caps, already took off the screws. So it's just like You know what I'm saying? It mounts to the floor right there. And on this side. So it's a 7/16 socket. I got my little situation right here. And then on the other side, I had to use a ratcheting wrench because I couldn't get in there with my ratchet. So ratcheting wrench on the other side. And now we should be able to pull this baby up. You also have the little water connection on the back, which I'm hoping is hand tight. Let's see. It is not. All right, guys, I'm not gonna gross you out, but we got the toilet out right. Now, I know some of you Premiere editors out there have figured out how to blur out certain things. I myself have not. So I need to work on that, I guess. But so I'm just not gonna show you. But I will tell you that all of that goo that's making that smell is in there. I can see it. It's like everywhere I go, somebody's cutting grass. So that goo is in there, and it's a dark color. It's just crap and urine, or remnants of it, and it's in the back of that bowl there. But I'm not going around there to show you that. But as soon as I turn the bowl over, you can hear stuff sloshing around in there, and ain't no water on. No water's hooked up to the camp. I don't have nothing in my tanks. We drained everything. So whatever I'm hearing is inside that bowl, and that's trash. So what we're about to do is we're gonna continue taking this bowl apart and clean everything up and try to keep it as family friendly as we can. All right, cool. So I got me some of my old shop towels here to keep from having to blur anything out. So here's the bottom of the toilet. If you look down in there, I got the whole clothes covered up. So if you look down in there, there's a bolt, 4 of these. So 2 on this side, and I got 2 over here covered up because I got the bottom of the toilet covered up because this is a family friendly channel. So what I'm gonna do, so I read somebody was like, use a screwdriver, which you could, you know, with me being a mechanic, there's a better way. So what I did, I just went and put me together 2 3/8 drive extensions and a 1/4 inch socket. And I'm gonna stick that down in there. And there you are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead on and get these deals out of here. Just showing you that that'll work on the bottom of this 300 Dometic. So you got a 3/8 inch drive ratchet, 2 3/8 inch drive extensions. Look like, let me see, maybe 4 or 6 inches each. And then a 1/4 inch socket down at the bottom of that. And we're gonna take these 4 bolts out and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so it's your man out here getting funky for you with the toilet. So we had to clean up everything a little bit. Let me throw the little disclaimer in here. We cleaned it up. So if you see anything, we did our best, but I think we did pretty good. So we better turn the camera around so you can leave or turn the video off or whatever you want to do. In 3, 2, 1, boom, toilet. Okay, so we got it broke apart, and I, you know, shooting it and working on it at the same time and all that kind of stuff is kind of wild. So I got it kind of mocked up here. So where we left off was we took the bottom piece off, took those 4 screws out. They're still sitting in there. They was upside down here like so, on top of the situation. Okay, so there, that's laying to the side. So then you got the bowl that you're working on, right? So you got 1 screw, 2 screw, 3, 4, I'm sorry, 1 screw, 2 screw, 3 screw, 4 screw, 5 screw, just like that. Those had to come out. Once they come out, you can take this bowl off, and again, it's mocked up, and you can see all the water on it because I've been spraying it off and washing it and all that kind of stuff. So that's a part. Then you get down to your seals. Got 2 seals in there. And therein lies your problem with the Dometic 300, is those 2 seals right there. So, I don't know. Something's going on with these seals where it allows your business to escape past the seal and run inside the inner workings of the toilet and get sealed there. Because like I said, when I flipped it over, I didn't show it to you, but back here in this area, so the toilet's upside down right now on the tailgate of my truck, right? So when it was on the ground, I didn't show you, but all this was filled with this black, murky liquid, which is just, you know, the stuff that go in the toilet, right? So as soon as I flipped it over, I heard water sloshing around in there, and I knew exactly what it was. So that's the problem. These seals allow bodily fluids to seep past and get inside the inner workings of this toilet. And you see we got to take screws and stuff out to get to it. So no matter how much you flush your tanks, no matter how much you clean your toilets, no matter how clean you think you are, you're not going to be able to get that smell out of there as long as you have rancid fluids hanging out inside your toilet area. And that's what it is. And that was driving me nuts. And some people dealt with it for a long time, but I could not. As soon as I got back to Savannah, I mean, we ain't off the road good yet. You can see, as soon as we got back to Savannah, this thing was coming out here, because I am not going on my next trip all jacked up like that. So, we got to fix for that ass. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix this problem right here with some waterproof caulk and make this seal situation better. So we're going to mount this back where it's supposed to go, and then come around with a seal, and then we're going to put this on top of it, and then we're going to come around with a seal, and that's going to fix our problem. So you had a couple options. So you have options when you mess with this toilet, right? You can do what I'm doing and fix it for a little time, and I don't know, 20 bucks. If you got to go buy some caulk, if you got most of the stuff like I do to just work on your own stuff. Or you could upgrade to a Dometic 310, which from what I understand do not have these issues with leakage and all that kind of stuff. Or you could put another brand in there. But, you know, I think Dometic is the brand that most people will go with. Me, myself, I am 100% going to try to fix everything I have before I take it to a shop or before I do anything. That's just what I do. And especially with this, no way. I'm not going to upgrade for $300. Maybe one day. It is a porcelain, so the 310 is a porcelain toilet. Maybe one day, but for right now, for what we're doing, we good to go. You want a porcelain toilet, go to the bathhouse. As far as anybody that's camping with me, and you can tell them I said it. This is gonna work for Suckafree RV until further notice. So let me get my gun together, my caulk gun together, and I'm gonna dry this thing up and show you how we're gonna put it back together. All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna try to shoot it while I do it. Gonna run me a smooth, healthy bead. This is not easy, I'm just telling you. Lay the cap back, sorry, not the cap, but the bowl. Put the bowl back down as so. And then we're gonna start threading our screws back in. And why the hell not, since we're already here, we're gonna go ahead and run us a little bead around this seal also. All right, guys, almost there. And then the last bolt. And there it is, guys. And we're gonna put her in and put some water to her, flush her a few times, and make sure she don't leak, because I didn't have a leak before. So if I got a leak now, I did that to myself. But it shouldn't be any fecal matter or anything getting past that seal. The seal that Dometic put in there and the one that I fabricated in there, we should be good. If not, we're gonna open it back up and see what we got going on. But that is how you do it. And if you like stuff like that, come on back and keep checking us out. Okay, I don't know, that was my problem, but hopefully that helps somebody out there when it comes to these Dometic 300 toilets. It's a thing, you can Google it. If you're wondering what that smell is and you've been doing everything right by your tanks, it's probably this situation right here that I just had, where you had funky water inside the doggone toilet that had no way to escape because of a faulty seal. So if that's you, this is the video for you. This is Suckafree RV, where we do all kind of tips and tricks, RV how-tos, RV travel, everything RV and just travel in general. This is your place for it. We appreciate you sticking around. If you stayed to the end of this video, you might have a funky toilet, or you just enjoy hearing me talk. Either way, we appreciate you being here. Check us out on all the socials. Just Google Suckafree RV, is there. Instagram, Facebook, the website, www.suckafreerv.com. YouTube, just Google us and all that stuff will pop up. And you can see if something there tickles your fancy. But we appreciate you. Until the next video, this is Big Saw signing off. Y'all have a good one. Be sucker free.